Another thing the pandemic is changing, how people practice their religion. As Ash-Har Quraishi tells us, technology could play an even greater role in religion long after the pandemic ends.
Ready or not, the intersection of machines and religion is already happening in real life. In Japan, monks at an ancient temple hear sermons from a robot avatar of the Buddhist goddess of mercy. In India, an automaton performs one of Hinduism's most sacred rituals. And in Germany, a robot gives blessings to thousands of Protestants.
You could punch in the language, for example, in which you would request a blessing.
Some are now asking whether the next step is an artificially intelligent spiritual leader, and whether counsel from AI could ever replace the guidance of a human cleric.
I think that's a really important question that we need to wrestle with, just as we're also wrestling with the hypothetical possibility of encountering intelligent life from other planets.
But what about right now? The pandemic has forced millions around the world out of their churches, temples, synagogues, and mosques into virtual congregations.
We've been recording our sermons, we've been posting them online, Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. A lot of other Islamic centers are doing the same, trying to keep the community engaged digitally.
Teresa Berger, a professor of Catholic theology at the Yale University Divinity School, argues that whether virtually or in person, the physicality of being present remains. And rather than being disembodied, the technology actually allows more connectivity in some cases, such as using the chat feature.
In this particular digitally mediated community, people talked to each other throughout the service much more than we might do in a brick-and-mortar sanctuary.
In recent years, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg has suggested the social network could address declining church attendance, offering the same sense of community traditionally found in brick-and-mortar houses of worship.
Is this about creating profit for Facebook, or is this about truly ministering to the spiritual needs of people? Trying to keep those things separate would be very difficult.
Just how exactly technology will alter manners of worship, say experts, will undoubtedly continue to evolve.
I'm sure we're going to see some dramatic transformations in the future.
I'm Ash-Har Quraishi.